Welcome to tonight's game between the Toppenish Lady Wildcats and the Connell Eagles. The Lady Wildcats come back after a 85 Wapato and 42 Toppenish game lost to Wapato. One of Toppenish's greatest rivals. The team's top scorer, Alvina Manainik, managed to score 7 points in that game, but Tatiana Camacho surpassed Alvina Manainik, scoring 9 points. That's 2 more points than Alvina Manainik. The Toppenish Lady Wildcats won against Wahluke, scoring 52-11. This puts the Wildcats to an overall of 12 wins, 3 losses. I believe the Wildcats should be able to secure another win tonight. Hopefully we see a lot less fouls tonight, since it's something this team has been struggling with a lot. Those fouls cause the opposing team to shoot free throws, which may not seem a lot in the first quarters of the game, but when it comes to the last quarters of the game, those foul points that are made by the opposite team are very, very, very important. But overall, the team seems is pretty good. We have, especially the young players of the team. They improved. They score more than the upperclassmen. For example, Alvina Manainik, we have Tatiana Camacho scoring significant amount of points in some games. Not just Tatiana Camacho, we have Samaya Baker scoring, and also Jalissa Landa. Those are the 3 top underclassmen that have been scoring, during this basketball season. For example, during the Wahluke game, Alvina Manainik scored 10 points, but Tatiana Camacho scored 12. That's 2 more points. And we have Samaya Baker scoring 14 and Landa 7. This just shows you how much the underclassmen players of this team, how good they are. Hopefully they continue to improve in the years they have left here in Toppenish. And I'm excited to see what happens during this game. We have 51 seconds left. Like and subscribe and stay tuned for the when they call the teams in.
Just a ring.
Now that we have a battery, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wildcat Event Center, home of Wildcat basketball. And a special welcome to our guests, players and fans of the Connell Eagles. The SCAC encourages and promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, parents, and spectators. We strive to create a competitive yet positive atmosphere where everyone feels welcome. We ask that you cheer for your team and be respectful of the opponents and the officials. As SCAC student athletes, we commit to fair play, responsibility, and respect, and we strongly encourage you to do the same. And now let's meet the lineups, beginning with Connell's non-starters. Number 3, Abreu Garibay Sanchez. Number 4, Brandy Ferguson. Number 5, Annabelle Blizzard. Number 14, Charlotte Zimmer. Number 24, Adrian Knifton. And number 33, Pepper Townsend. And now for the Wildcats. Start with their support players. Number 4, Nadia Senderos. Number 22, Julissa Landa. Number 24, Kira Hurley. And number 32, Jada Ramirez. And number 12, last but not least, Samaya Baker. I'm sorry. And now the starters, beginning with Connell. Number 2, Soraya Hales. And for the Wildcats, number 1, Alvina Benoni. For the Eagles, number 11, Mackenzie Clyde. And for the Wildcats, wearing number 2, Alyssa Cuevas. For Connell, number 12, Kyla McGarry. And for the Wildcats, number 10, Tatiana Camacho. For the Eagles, number 22, JC Goodwin. And for the Wildcats, number 11, Nakisha Hill. Finally, for the Eagles, number 23, Lucia Paulson. And for the Wildcats, number 21, Natalia Sanchez. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not already standing, would you please do so? Gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem, tonight done so by the Topai Band under the direction of Mr. Derek Gore.
And we'd like to welcome you folks from wherever you may be at. This is the THS Digital Media Network. Coming to you live here from Toppenish, Washington, inside Wildcat Event Center on this Saturday evening. We'd like to thank you for joining us. I am your host, play-by-play commentator, and a lot more, Antonio Tony D. Dominguez, accompanied by the THS Digital Media crew, our wonderful cameraman, and of course our interns here. Trying to learn more about sports production, sports broadcasting, and we are just moments away from tip-off here between these two teams. Of course, the Connell Eagles in the sort of middling on the SCAC east side of the standings anyways. Two divisions here in the SCAC, one in the west, one in the east. And here we go. If you're not already watching UFC 283, well, you're watching the THS Digital Media Network in high school girls basketball. Nikisha Hill with a long jump shot. Get this game started. Oh, look at that. Alvina Manainik left open and nails the first shot for the contest from three-point land. One thing she's very capable of doing, being able to set her shot, and there we go. A turnover for the Connell Lady Eagles as Mackenzie Clyde couldn't hang on to the possession. Give the ball back to the Lady Wildcats. It's been an up and down year for the East Division of the SCAC. At this moment, there's only one team that has a record above 500. Clyde finding some room, gets the layup to go for two. Mackenzie Clyde, first points of the contest. You want to focus on all of that. You want to make sure that your team knows what they're doing out there, knows the game plan. Lady Wildcats able to run the floor, play great defense, and of course not afraid to put up a shot. And that ball out of bounds as Persia Poulsen attempting to save that possession. Make it convert into a turnover, but nothing coming there. And fed up top to Manainik, and now Camacho trying to work underneath the basket and is fouled, and free throws coming up. You want to get that started early, get the attack with Tatiana Camacho. She is definitely one of the bigger, more athletic players out on the floor. You want to use that to your advantage, and first free throw from Tatiana Camacho is no good. Free throws and of course foul trouble has been the story for Tatiana Camacho this season. Still a young player, a lot to learn here in the upcoming years. But definitely want to get some experience out there playing at this level. Fed underneath, and again a turnover by the Lady Eagles. JC Goodwin couldn't keep her feet on the dribble. And now, and we'll come back to the Lady Wildcats. Keisha Hill, she decides to launch off the back iron, no good. Rebound right back into the hands of JC Goodwin. Able to find Soraya Hales, and Persia Poulsen will be handling the ball out over here in between the circles. Now back to Goodwin. Poulsen, Hales, ball deflected right into the hands of Alyssa Cueva, who's making the start tonight. A couple of injuries to deal with. Zaylee McCord is out tonight, along with Adelaide Norman. Of course, the Lady Wildcats winning last night, and there we go. Second shot for Manainik. Second three of the night. She got 6. Players are getting some much needed rest time, and you don't want to rush them back until they're 100%. That's a wise thing considering how late into the season you are now, you want to prepare your players for the long haul. You want to keep them healthy. And if there's a chance that they can take a break, well, you want to give them that break. Personal foul by Alyssa Cueva. And first free throw good by Mackenzie Clyde. One more free throw. Nails the second one as well. Mackenzie Clyde, so far in these opening minutes, it's been her with her 4 points, and that's it. And Einik almost losing control. Leading score for this squad. And now Camacho, look at that. Assist over to Alyssa Cueva and finishes at the rim for 2. Alyssa Cueva being pressed into starting duty here tonight. Doing a wonderful job in these opening minutes. Just knowing where she has to be out on the floor. And speaking with head coach Brad Baker earlier this evening, just talking about the development of this team and what they expect. So many players able to come in and fill in a role, whether it be 1 or whether it be 3. This top-finished Lady Wildcats squad with the deep bench. No loss of confidence in any player. Right there, cutting to the basket, Tatiana Camacho with her first points of the contest. Ball deflected there as Goodwin is trying to keep it alive, and now she's going to take it herself. Nikisha Hill tries to block that one away, but Goodwin able to finish at the rim. The Connell Lady Eagles, they have to recognize that these Lady Wildcats, they're ferocious, and they're capable of scoring in bunches at any point in time. You want to make the most of your offensive opportunities and also protect that ball. So far, only 1 turnover, which you didn't want to see early on, but either way, keep things going. And Alina Maneinik is hot from the outside. Third three-pointer in this contest. She has 9. Right there, Persia Pulsid tosses it over to Kyla McGarry, being stuck in the middle in the key, and finally a 3 in the key, or should I say, it looks like a personal foul going to be called against Kyla McGarry.
Foul charge number 12, Kyla McGarry.
And so a substitution is going to come in. Here for the Connell Lady Eagles as Brady Ferguson comes into the game. Ball on the ground, Tatiana Camacho fighting for it. Still, Goodwin able to pick it up. Oh no! Keisha Hill trying to put a handle on it. Mackenzie Clyde, ball is finally stolen away there by Keisha Hill. She's running across, finds Alyssa Cueva to the bottom, and look at that, Tatiana Camacho scores 2. That's a wonderful read there by Alyssa Cueva, figuring out what her big was, cutting to the basket, and a turnover there by the Lady Eagles. Persia Polson trying to punch out of that one and find Brandy Ferguson. And so a substitution coming in as Samaya Baker, the young freshman, is going to make her first appearance in this contest. Nikisha Hill bounce pass to Camacho. Oh, look at that wild shot. Nikisha Hill able to recover, back to Camacho. And now see if the Lady Wildcats can reset. Camacho posting up, left side, can't finish. Look at that, Sanchez. Back, Manina, 3. Oh, look at that, 4-3-pointer. That is where her points are coming from. And finally, timeout called by the Connell Lady Eagles, and the Wildcats have finally opened up this lead by 12, 18-6, 2:28 remaining here in the first. Timeout on the floor by Connell. Be back here on the THS Digital Media Network. And welcome back here, THS Digital Media Network. Persia Polson gets the inbound and now is tasked with bringing the ball down the court. Hales, Ferguson, Olsen, wide open. Hales gets the layup to go for 2. Lady Wildcats don't make that kind of mistake too often. For the Connell Lady Eagles, you want to take advantage of those situations where the defense essentially just isn't reading their assignment correctly. And a three-pointer shot there by Natalia Sanchez. And look at that, Elvina Menainik is going to shoot a long jumper. Can't get the bounce in. But another possession here for the Lady Wildcats. Samaya Baker swings it over to the right side. Natalia Sanchez cutting in the basket, and Nikisha Hill finishing at the rim for 2. Ferguson. Olsen trying to track the ball down, and it won't get back into the hands of the Lady Eagles. Substitutions coming in for the Lady Wildcats. Kira Hurley, along with Julissa Landa, making their way back into the contest for the first time here tonight. Of course, part of that deep bench that the Lady Wildcats have, trying to take advantage. And an offensive foul going to be called against the Lady Wildcats. That one is against Kira Hurley. She was attempting to set his screen and just put too much forearm, I guess you could call it. And look at that, Menainik gets the steal to Hurley. Can she make up for a bounce pass to Sanchez? Decides not to take the shot. Now back to Menainik. Fed into the Hurley loses it, and first a foul on the ground as she was gonna take a shot, actually a shooting foul. So foul will be assessed to Brandy Ferguson, excuse me. Free throws coming up for the Lady Wildcats. Free throw up and good. Trying to bring the ball down. Trying to make something work, and turnover called on the floor as Mackenzie Clyde was attempting to post up. Couldn't set her feet correctly, and a turnover there by the Lady Eagles. Here's the Lady Wildcats in the first quarter, 22-8. Less than 40 seconds remaining. Salanda almost thought about shooting it. Menainik, she's been hot so far in the first quarter from three-point land. Oh no, and Samaya Baker making an ill-advised decision there, and look at that, the defense for the Lady Wildcats. Sanchez steals it, and Menainik finishes with the layup. 14 points in this quarter alone from Menainik, a couple of steals as well. You want to talk about having a successful opening first quarter, I think that pretty much summarizes what you want from any team. So Julissa Landa here with 6 seconds remaining, trying to close this one out. She's going to take it to the hole herself. Shot up, no good. Finally, Samaya Baker, last second three, could not get that one to fall before the clock expired. After one quarter, Wildcats 24, Eagles 8. We're going to take a break. Be back here on the THS Digital Media Network. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Never miss out on another THS Digital Media event. We'll be back. And welcome back here on the THS Digital Media Network. Start of the second quarter. Here as the Lady Wildcats have pretty much opened up the lead by a good margin, 24-8. Checking in this quarter, Jada Ramirez. And right now, Lady Wildcats trying to continue this good defense and this good offensive execution. Shot no good there from the Lady Eagles, and the possession will go back to the Lady Wildcats. This team just has so much depth on its bench. Whether you want them to score, whether you want them to just take care of the ball, or you want them to shoot, each and every one of these players is capable of doing it. Oh, look at that, Jada Ramirez with the three-pointer. Looks like three-pointers are almost automatic here tonight. Jada Ramirez with the 5th one for the Lady Wildcats here today. So that ball deflected out of bounds as Brandy Ferguson gets it into the hands of Soraya Hales, and ball on the ground, fighting for it. Sanchez up strong with it, and now back to Julissa Landa. Landa, bounce pass over to Sanchez. Swings it to Ramirez, and now Samaya Baker gives it back to Lucelanda. Lucelanda, the secondary ball handler here for this squad. Samaya Baker cuts to the basket, can't get that shot to fall. Look at that. Kira Hurley coming out with another possession with that rebound, and now look at that, another three-pointer for Natalia Sanchez. Her first one of the evening, but the three-pointers keep falling for the Lady Wildcats here tonight. 30-8. Soraya Hales trying to find the teammate Brandy Ferguson, and losing that one going out of bounds, and finally stoppage in play and give a chance for the Lady Connell Eagles to reset. Substitutions coming in as Goodwin is going to come back in for the Lady Eagles and for the Lady Wildcats. Ty Cruz-Huerca looks like she's going to make her first appearance here in this contest. Excuse me, that's Nadia Cisneros, number 4. Trying to work underneath the post. Hales no good. Now the Lady Wildcats with Julissa Landa leading the point guard position. Jada Ramirez. Nadia Cisneros, little runner from her, can't get anything to go. Ball being deflected there as Julissa Landa finding a lane and able to get the deflection off of the Lady Connell Eagles. Again, you talk about how active these ladies are on defense. Right there, a prime example. They don't even give up, even if there's just a lot of chaos happening. Kira Hurley trying to put that ball back in, and here as Hales able to regain possession, and Jada Ramirez trying to guard up. Ball tipped around, loses possession. Trying to find somewhere to go. Zimmer can't find anything. Goodwin, awkward shot, no good. Hurley and Cisneros trying to save possession, couldn't get that save. Goodwin, fresh shot clock to work with. Bounce pass into the hands of Persia Poulsen. Julissa Landa able to steer it away, and turnover by Charlotte Zimmer. Up and down call, traveling, and back to the Lady Wildcats. Right now you have some young players getting some extremely important minutes here early on in this contest. Nadia Cisneros stepping up for the jumper, can't get it. Kira Hurley Gets it back to Cisneros. She's going to take a little runner, and she is fouled, and free throws coming up for Nadia Cisneros.
Foul charge number 11, Mackenzie Clyde.
And Mackenzie Clyde going to be charged with a personal, first one of the night for her. And now Nadia Cisneros for the first time here tonight. Chance to get on the board. First free throw is no good. Nadia Cisneros, just a sophomore. Can't get anything to go on that free throw exchange. Rebound comes to McGarry and Polson. The one being tasked to bring the ball down the court. Awkward shot there from the Lady Eagles. Fighting for possession. Goodwin able to save it. Polson, she finds a shot. Can't get anything to fall. Still on the ground. Possession still empty. And Goodwin with the fresh shot clock. Feeds it underneath to Clyde. Fouled and free throws coming up. You have a lot of non-starters out there on the floor. All of them, they don't start. All of the reserves are in on the floor right now. And perhaps that might be the cause of some of the stifling of the offense on the Lady Wildcats side. And Alyssa Cueva is going to come back out. More than likely try to provide a little bit of spark on offense, which she is more than capable of here tonight. Rebound comes to the Lady Eagles, still fighting for another possession. Samaya Baker gets it to Cueva. Baker having to track that one down, and now Jada Ramirez gets it to Cueva. Landa, she's gonna take the three and gets it to go. Three-point shooting just keeps coming into the Wildcats' vision here in this game. They're not afraid to shoot. Look at that, Alyssa Cueva poking it away. Now Samaya Baker getting a stop. Back to Cisneros, and now Landa. She's gonna put up a little runner herself. Can't get anything to go. Back to Goodwin. Can't keep possession. Landa steals it away, and finally a foul called against Goodwin, impeding the progress of Julissa Landa, who had pretty much a free layup. Talking to head coach Brad Baker earlier today, Julissa Landa, one of those players that has just improved upon so many points in her game throughout the progression of the season. And there, as Landa tried to find Nadia Cisneros on the cut underneath the basket, couldn't hang on to it. The young sophomore still learning some things, and timeout called out on the floor. 3:20 remaining here in the second quarter, 33-8. Lady Wildcats lead big here on the THS Digital Media Network. And welcome back here, back to action after the timeout on the floor. Persia Polson, bad ball deflected from Ramirez back into the hands of Alyssa Cueva. Running the court, Nadia Cisneros takes her herself, and she's fouled going to the basket. Free throws coming up. We had the correct read and everything on that one. Alyssa Cueva found the spot where she needed to be at on the floor. Just puts her hands out there on the passing lane and able to get a good deflection and right back into a turnover for the Lady Wildcats. First free throw there for Nadia Cisneros is good. Second one also good, making up for that empty trip at the free throw line on the previous play. Persia Polson. Good one to now McGarry. She's fouled. Free throws coming up. That foul going to be assessed to Jada Ramirez. So free throw. Gary couldn't get that one to go. Substitution coming in here as Alvina Menainik makes her way back onto the floor along with Tatiana Camacho and Nikisha Hill. Second one, no good either. Menainik with the rebound. Sends it up ahead to Julissa Landa. And a foul between Landa and Hales.
Foul charge number 12, Kyla McGarry.
Looks like Kyla McGarry is going to pick up her second. She's charged with the personal on that one, and Julissa Landa is going to go to the free throw line. And Soraya Hales is going to come into the contest, sit in for Kyla McGarry, who has picked up her third personal foul of the contest. She's going to have to sit for a little bit. First free throw by Landa is good. Second one also good. Julissa Landa, perfect from the free throw line on that exchange. Persia Polson tries to find Goodwin, but the pass just too high for Goodwin, and another turnover by the Lady Eagles. You know what? You want to relax. You want to take advantage of the speed and tempo. Obviously, the Lady Wildcat defense makes it a lot tougher to do that. Keisha Hill with a high shot. And jump ball called as Alyssa Cueva was fighting for possession with the Lady Eagles. Back to Soraya Hales, and double dribble called. Turnover again for the Lady Eagles, and Natalia Sanchez with 2:21 remaining here in the second quarter going to come back in. Sanchez back to Nikisha Hill, cutting. Menainik finishing at the rim for two. That's Menainik's first bucket of the quarter. She had 14 in the first. Of course, the reserves have come in to gain some experience, and ball deflected right into the hands of Camacho. Nikisha Hill bringing the ball down the court, trying to settle down, and out to Alyssa Cueva. Fed to Camacho. Layup no good. Pepper Townsend dealing with Camacho in the defense. Goodwin trying her best. Soraya Hales, runner, no good. Hales with the recovery, couldn't get it back up. Goodwin again, Townsend, and nothing coming there. Checking into the game now for the Connell Lady Eagles is number 4, Brandy Ferguson. Shot no good. Back to Menainik, able to get that miss. Protecting the ball, now back over to Natalia Sanchez. Menainik, oh. Wide open, perhaps thinking about taking a shot there. Almost lost possession, but able to regain it. Sanchez to Menainik, cutting from the left side, couldn't finish. Oh, ball back to Alyssa Cueva, and a foul going to be called first as Alyssa Cueva tracking down the ball and is fouled in progress, and free throws coming up for her.
Foul charge number 2, Soraya Hales.
Alyssa Cueva, one of those players that just has a lot of capabilities, whether that be on defense or on offense. If you need a score, she can score. If you need a defensive leader, she can be that defensive leader.
Rebound foul charge number 10 of the Wildcats, Tatiana Camacho.
Tatiana Camacho being charged with a personal foul on that free throw attempt. So a little bit of violation on that one. So first personal foul there for Camacho. And ball will be deflected out of bounds. Off of the Lady Wildcats, Polson finding Soraya Hales-Townsend. Couldn't get the layup to go there by Brandy Ferguson. Lady Wildcats. Menainik sends it up ahead to Sanchez and finishes with the layup. Sanchez, while she's a capable scorer, she's a lot more of an elite defensive man, able to play elite defense here at this level. Getting some prospect calls from a couple of community colleges. Let's see how those work out, but again, her defense, one of her primary contributions here this season. And so again, ball underneath, couldn't get that one to go. Alyssa Cueva. Up ahead, Natalia Sanchez is just gonna take some time, try to run out the clock, perhaps set up one more shot. Alyssa Cueva open for the three. She takes it off the mark. Camacho, rebound, layup, and good for two. I think Tatiana Camacho was looking for a call on that one, but couldn't get anything to go. But anyways, that's gonna end the first half. First half, folks, here. Lady Wildcats leading by a big margin, 44-8, as the Lady Wildcats have held the Connell Lady Eagles scoreless here in the second quarter. We're going to take a break. Be back here on the THS Digital Media Network. Coming up next, halftime, review some stats and scores and more, only on the THS Digital Media Network. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow, and never miss out on another THS Digital Media event. Hey, if you're watching at home, our many little cheerleaders, the future of this THS community, coming out here and giving you a little performance. We hope you enjoy it. We'll be back here after this.
Welcome back. We're still here at halftime. We have 1 minute and 44 seconds remaining. Wildcats 44, Eagles 8. Here we have Alvina Manainik scoring 4 3-pointers and a 2-pointer, giving her a total of 16 points for both quarters. And for the Eagles, we have Mackenzie Clyde carrying the team, scoring 4 points in the first quarter and not managing to score her free throws. You know, the Eagles managed to score most of the points to the free throws. And for the Wildcats, hopefully they make less personal fouls. Yeah, here we have Cassandra Camacho. She's the point leader for the second quarter. She managed to score 6 points, followed up by Natalia Sanchez scoring 5, and Angelissa Landis scoring 5. Here we have 47 seconds remaining till the third quarter begins. We'll be right back as soon as the third quarter begins. Welcome back here in the first minutes of the third quarter. As we can see here, we have the Eagles already on the courts. They're awaiting the top-notch Wildcats.
Looks like they're trying to clear out some of the fans that were out on the court. Of course, we had some junior cheerleaders out there for our halftime show.
Here we have Julissa Landa passing it to Baker. We have Baker back to Landa. Passing it to number 1, Alvina Manainik. We have Natalia Sanchez attempting a 3, and it's good for 3 by Natalia Sanchez, finishing it off right there.
That's one of the things the Lady Wildcats have been good at so far here in this contest, is shooting from downtown. They're having a good look and a good rhythm, not giving up very many looks here tonight.
We have Polson trying to get past Landa. Passing it to Goodwin. Gets stolen by Nikisha Hill. We have Hill passing it to Landa. Landa driving in. She's taking her time, studying what's ahead of her. She passes it to Baker. We have Baker passing it to Landa. Landa trying to get past defense. We have Sanchez in position of ball. Here we have Baker coming in. She couldn't finish. Decides to pass to Sanchez. Sanchez attempt for a 3, no good.
Looks like Manainik was fouled on that one, and good effort by her. Seeing that shot was not going to go in, and then battling hard for the rebound, able to contain it and then attempt to put it back, and she's fouled and earns for herself some free throws.
First attempt by Manainik, no good.
First time she's missed opportunity at points here in this contest.
And she manages to make in the second points in.
1 out of 2 on that exchange. Oh, look at that.
Gets quickly stolen by Samaya Baker. We have Baker passing it to Alvina. Alvina passing it to Landa. We have Landa sitting the court, passing it to Hill. We have Hill passing it to Baker. Baker makes it in for a 2.
And that was a great move by the much smaller Samaya Baker, posting up there. Got to happen to imagine that Brad Baker, head coach of the Lady Wildcats, loves seeing that from his reserves. Oh, ball stolen away there again.
We have Julissa Landa studying what's ahead of her, passing it to Baker. Baker to Manainik. We have Manainik struggling a little bit, so she decides to pass it to Baker. Nikisha Hill. Julissa Landa almost gets it stolen, but manages to recover it.
Nikisha Hill trying to work her way through. It looks like Nikisha Hill tried to find Julissa Landa underneath the basket. Wasn't able to hang on to the possession, and now it looks like Townsend is going to come in, bring in some size and physicality.
We have Landa attempting a three, no good. And gets quickly recovered by the Eagles. We have Polson in position of the ball, trying to get past some of the defense, passing it to her teammates. We have Hales struggling to get past Alvina Manainik. Alvina,
And wonderful hands there by Manainik. Couldn't finish at the rim there. But that just shows you the defensive capabilities that the Lady Wildcats have. Just when you think they're not pressing, well, looks like they are. Surprises a lot of teams.
we have Alvina Manainik passing it back to Hill. Hill attempting a three. She's able to make it in.
And once again, continuing that three-point precision here tonight. Most of the scoring coming from three-point land. And looks like a timeout on the floor.
For Wildcats 53, Eagles 8 will be right back here at THS Digital Media. Welcome back. Here we have the Eagles in position of the ball. Here we have Polson passing it to number 22, Goodwin. To 12, Clyde. Ooh, and they managed to lose the ball.
Once again, the Lady Wildcats pressing on defense, trying to make sure that the Lady Eagles weren't comfortable with the passing lanes. And what do you know? Forcing the Lady Eagles to reset. It looks like the officials now discussing, perhaps, I think it's going to be a clock issue. And looks like they got everything straightened out now.
Hales passing it to Polson. Polson attempting a shot, and it's good by the Eagles player, number 23, Persia Polson.
And Polson is one of those players that they expected a lot from this season. Definitely one of their best contributing players here this season, and able to get her first points of the contest.
We have Julissa landing position the ball. Manainik back to Hill. Hill tries to make it under, but the attempt was no good.
Lady Eagles just trying to close down on those lanes. Got there a little bit too late to prevent the shot from Hill. Fortunately for them, misses it, but unfortunately, free throws coming up.
First attempt by Hill, good.
Nikisha Hill, third time at the free throw line here tonight.
Looks like we have some player swaps made by the Eagles.
Annabelle Bleazard into the contest.
Nikisha's second attempt was good. Here we have Goodwin, position to the ball. Passing it to Polson. Back to Goodwin. We have Goodwin trying to get past Nikisha Hill. She decided to pass to number 12, McGarry. Back to Polson.
Foul called out on the floor.
Top is foul number 1, Alvina Manainik.
Manainik's going to pick up that personal.
We have Hales passing it to Polson. And here we have Natalia Sanchez quickly stealing the ball away from the Eagles.
That's been one of her best attributes this season, is just recognizing where that pass is coming from. And when she knows that, she just puts her arms where they need to be and either gets a deflection or a steal.
We have Eagles in possession of the ball after Manainik's attempt. We have Polson.
Looks like substitution coming in for both teams. Camacho, Alyssa Cueva, and Samaya Baker, and Jalissa Landa coming in.
We have number 5, Annabelle, attempting a shot, no good. Gets quickly recovered by Kira Hurley.
Annabelle Bleezer looks like she had a good look there, just not able to get that one to go through.
We have Landa passing it to Hurley. Hurley almost gets it stolen away, but Camacho quickly gets the ball. Back to Hurley. Hurley attempting a 2, no good, but gets quickly recovered by Jalissa Landa. Here we have both players fighting for ball possession.
That possession is going to go the way of the Lady Eagles, as the Lady Wildcats leading by 44. And if you're just noticing this, this is a running clock from the rest of the way, from here on until the end of this contest. Only timeouts and free throw attempts stop the clock.
We have Goodwin attempting, no good.
Like she was fouled and she's going to have a shot at some free throws. Goodwin, one of the more active players here tonight for the Connell Lady Eagles. Not a lot of offensive attempts though. She's going to get her second one here tonight. And
first attempt is no good. No, it was very uncoordinated.
Looks like Goodwin just was a little bit too impatient about launching that shot.
Second attempt also no good, but Clyde quickly manages to recover the ball. Number 33, Pepper Townsend, attempting to quickly put it in, but was stopped by the Lady Wildcats.
Looks like Tatiana Camacho is going to pick up her second personal foul of the contest. Again, talking to head coach Brad Baker earlier today, just one of the flaws in Tatiana Camacho's game here this season is just the accumulation of fouls. They want to get her to recognize her aggressiveness and be able to capitalize on opportunities.
So we have Polson scoring in 2 after fighting the Wildcats. No, she still managed to score 2.
It's just her second shot of the night. Looks like that foul is going to be called on the Connell Lady Eagles. Annabelle Bleezer trying to measure where Kira Hurley was going to come from. And at the last second, decided to commit the foul, not leave an open shot.
We have number 24, Kira Hurley, attempting a 3, which is no good. We have Polson. Samaya Baker almost with the steal. Here we have Jalissa Landa actually stealing the ball, going in. She sees the court open, and she somehow manages to lose the ball, which quickly gets recovered by the Eagles. And with that, we end the third quarter. Wildcats 55, Eagles 13. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter here at THS Digital Media.
Welcome back here, THS Digital Media Network. Getting started here, getting rolling with the fourth and final quarter of this contest. Here as we are officially on running clock. Running clock situation established way back in 2009 and 2010. First year running clock mercy rule was implemented in the WIAA. Prior to that, of course, no mercy rule. The game would continue as normal with normal stoppages, but of course, after reviewing the competitiveness of contests across the state of Washington, decided to implement a mercy rule. And so anytime a team is down by 40 or more, they will initiate a running clock for the remainder of the game. Thereas Tatiana Camacho scores a quick 2. Now, some may argue that may ruin the integrity of the game, but it just, you gotta happen to believe it helps everybody out. There's Julissa Landa able to steal another possession from the Lady Eagles. Randy Ferguson trying to keep that ball in play. Over the years, it's come in useful. Before that rule was implemented, first year from Hurley with a 3. Again, the Lady Wildcats just finding the range from downtown here tonight. And now the Connell Lady Eagles are going to take a timeout. Full one on the floor. 6:13 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 60-13, Wildcats lead huge here on the THS Digital Media Network. And welcome back here, THS Digital Media Network, after the timeout by the Connell Lady Eagles, down big here in the fourth and the final quarter. Lady Wildcats have definitely shown that they are the second best team here in the SCAC this season. Taking on the Connell Lady Eagles from the East Division. Shot no good there from the Connell Lady Eagles, and finally a foul going to be called. Let's see if this is going to be on the Lady Wildcats, and indeed it is on Kira Hurley. And first free throw is going to go up and good by number 12, Kyla McGrary. And that second free throw doesn't count. Actually, it was good. So I didn't see that one on screen. Macho, Kira Hurley, back to Alyssa Cueva. Samaya Baker trying to take a quick peek. Alyssa Cueva back to Kira Hurley. Finds Julissa Landa. Open 3 and gets it to go. Again, when you have an open shot, there's no risk in taking it if you're that wide open. That's one of the difficulties that most players face, is when you have the ball in your hands and you see nobody in front of you for 4 feet, 5 feet sometimes. Sometimes it can get a little nerve-wracking trying to take a shot. Ball deflected and stolen away there by Julissa Landa. Samaya Baker Feeds it to Cueva and Camacho, left side finish underneath the rim, 4-2. And a big game being played here, also locally on over-the-air television, cable television if you have it. Number 1 Ellensburg Bulldogs taking on the Prosser Mustangs. They're playing live currently right now over on SWX, both the boys and the girls. Of course, this season, Prosser Mustangs, both the boys and the girls, with terrific teams at the 2A level. So that game being played over locally on SWX. If you want to catch that one live. If not, of course, your game locally here, exclusively on the THS Digital Media Network. Second shot, no good. An attempt, no good again, and Menainik taking a hard fall, and that did not look like it was a comfortable landing. And so they're going to take a look right now as they're going to be taking a look at Menainik as she hit the floor relatively hard, fighting for a rebound and couldn't get anything to go. And then it looks like, from quick glance, it looked like Menainik's head may have bounced off the floor, which is not a good sign. She seems to be fine and able to get up and responding, but a scary call, and just trying to collect herself, looks like, down there. Menainik just trying to regain her composure as she's still sitting on the floor. We're going to go ahead and step aside here momentarily, be back here on the THS Digital Media Network. Lady Wildcats leading by 50 here in this running clock game, ending the fourth quarter. And looks like that is where we're going to go back to break. Able to get back up. It's a hard and scary fall, and trust me, from experience, hitting the ground, doesn't matter what type of ground it is, it never feels good. Looks like for the most part, able to keep things together. And perhaps her assignment might be done for the night, considering the way this game is going here. With a large lead for the Lady Wildcats, no need to put any of your players in further danger. And another foul going to be called on the Lady Wildcats as Mackenzie Clyde with an attempt at basket. First free throw up and good by Clyde. Lady Wildcats have played some terrific defense here tonight. Second free throw no good from the Lady Eagles. In this contest, Lady Wildcats able to hold the Connell Lady Eagles scoreless in the second quarter. And here minimizing their offensive effectiveness to literally 8 points these past 12 minutes or so of game regulation. Jada Ramirez, one of the younger players, getting some minutes on the floor. Ramirez fouled. And free throws coming up. Jada Ramirez, one of those young players that's getting some valuable experience here tonight. There's Ramirez. First free throw is no good. Second free throw still to come. And gets that one to go. 1 out of 2 on that exchange. JC, good one now. Bringing the ball down the floor, back to Persia Polson. Polson with a little free lane and gets the shot up and good to go. Persia Polson normally gets a lot of good offensive looks. Not very effective here tonight. Probably credit that to the Wildcat defense that's being played out here tonight. Cutting to the lane, Nakisha Hill with the layup and good for 2. Nakisha Hill with 10 points on the night. Here as the lead stays at 50 for the Lady Wildcats. Townsend, Pepper Townsend receiving the inbound pass. Shot no good. Battling for it, Charlotte Zimmer. Ball will be deflected out of bounds and back to the Lady Wildcats. Can be tough sometimes. Nadia Cisneros, Jada Ramirez, Alyssa Cueva, Nakisha Hill cutting again. Cisneros, she takes her shot, can't get that one to fall. Persia Polson regains possession, bringing the ball down the court. Polson, right side of the basket, feeds it. And the assist couldn't get that shot to fall from Brandy Ferguson. Now Jada Ramirez. Back to Nadia Cisneros, and now Alyssa Cueva looking to find something here. Nakisha Hill. The Wildcats are just looking to run some clock. No need to really put any more points as this game has been pretty much decided at the beginning of the quarter. Jada Ramirez trying to give extra effort there and keep the possession alive for the Lady Wildcats, but unable to complete that, and turnover back to the Connell Lady Eagles. You know, this season, the SCAC is just a lot different, especially in the division. Really, the East Division is open for anybody, both on the girls and the boys side. It's going to be about who wants it more at the end of the season. Right here, Cueva. Back to Jada Ramirez. Back and forth. Sanchez drives herself and finishes at the rim. Natalia Sanchez now with 10. And a well-earned 10. Again, Sanchez more well-known and respected for her defensive prowess than her offensive capabilities, but definitely a capable scorer in her own right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the contest. Lady Wildcats with a huge win, 70-18 in this contest. Let's take a look at leading scorers here tonight. Elvina Menainet with 17 all on her own, followed by 10 from Tatiana Camacho, and then 10 from Natalia Sanchez, 8 from Julissa Landa, 5 from Kira Hurley, 4 from Jada Ramirez, and then 2 from Nadia Cisneros, another 2 from Samaya Baker, and then Nakisha Hill, she earned herself another 10 points. So it looks like the Wildcats with 4 players in double digits. here tonight on the scoring sheet. On the other side for the Connell Lady Eagles, they were led by the scoring of Mackenzie Clyde, who had 7 points on the night. Right behind her, 2 from Keela. Excuse me, it looks like it's going to be 5 from Persia Polson behind the 7 points of Mackenzie Clyde, 2 from JC Goodwin, and then another 2 from Kyla McGrary, and 2 from Soraya Hales. Their total points, 18 here tonight. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, doubleheader night once again. Coming up next, the boys are in action up against the Connell Eagles. We're going to take a break, be back here exclusively on the THS Digital Media Network. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Never miss out on another THS Digital Media event. We'll be back after this.